When I watched this movie, I saw some biblical robes that were so inspirational. And since I couldn't get a biblical robe, I got the next best thing. Check me out. So this is my own tribute to the Book of Clarence. You should call this one the Book of Ogbon. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about the Book of Clarence. The Book of Clarence follows the story of Clarence, a brother to one of the apostles of Jesus Christ. And in this film, he wants to become like Jesus Christ. He wants to be great and respected like Jesus Christ. And he embarks on a journey on becoming a Messiah. That's what I'll say about the plot of the film. And this film was directed by James Samuel. James Samuel is the director of Diana the Fall. If you've seen that movie, you know that movie was a brilliant film. I loved that movie so much. When I saw it, I was awestruck by it. It was so good, and I really enjoyed it. And when I heard James Samuel is making another movie, it was a no-brainer. I had to watch it. And man, I watched this film and I was not let down. This film was an incredible film. First of all, the story of this film is a very, very fascinating story. It draws you in and it just works on so many levels. It's a story that is kind of familiar. Like, I'm sure a lot of us have heard the story of Jesus Christ. And this film is kind of like that, but it takes on a fresh and a very unique perspective. It was something I never expected. I mean, Jesus Christ is in this film, but it doesn't focus on Jesus Christ. The story is about Clarence and Clarence's life during the time of Jesus Christ. Yo, and the way the story was told was just done so brilliantly. It just hooks you and it was so enthralling to watch. Speaking of Clarence, it was a very relatable character to watch. It was very charismatic and it was so enthralling to watch. And the fact that it was relatable was something that I really appreciated. And it just makes me think back about my own life at some point in time when I did not believe about Jesus Christ and all those things. Like, and Clarence questions those things. He questions I think it's Immaculate Conception, they call it. The pregnancy of Mary. He questions it. He questions all the things surrounding Jesus Christ. And it just makes him very relatable because I'm sure a lot of us, especially in this generation, I'm sure a lot of us question those things. We question it and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. So seeing Clarence in that light was something that just made me reflect on myself. He just did it so well and made Clarence so relatable, and it just made me get more into the story. The characters were also very interesting characters. They were layered, multi-dimensional characters. And speaking of the characters, the character arcs of those characters were something that was done extremely well. Especially the character of Lawrence, where it started from in the beginning and where it ended up was like, yo, that's his character arc and character development. I loved what they did with Clarence, and not just in the other characters as well. They were so well developed characters, and performances from the actors just elevated these characters to a much greater level, especially from Lucky Stanfield. Lucky Stanfield is the main character, is the heart of this film, and it brings so much to this film. Like, he takes this film to a much greater level single-handedly. Not that the other actors didn't do great jobs, but the fact that this whole film was basically on Lucky's head, he just delivered so well. His performance was so nuanced and so brilliant to watch. Yo, this man delivered in this film. And the direction, yo, direction was another thing that elevated this film. It had a very stylish direction. When I watched Diana the Fall, I was blown away by the way he directed it. Like, he did not direct it in a conventional way. He took the direction in a very unique and stylish way. That was in Diana the Fall. And he also brings that kind of direction to this film. Like, he just elevates this film. The kind of things you don't expect to see in this film, the director brings it in. He directs the film like that. And he just adds so much stylishly to the film and made the film so pleasing to the eye and so good to watch. And this film was a very funny film, especially the first half. The first half was so funny. I laughed so many times watching this film. But when the second half came, yo, he started dealing with some very serious topics and very serious, poignant subject matter. And it didn't even feel like the two halves were opposites or they were like compromising each other. No, they all felt like a coherent story because the first half of this film, the characters are still growing, and the second half, they are starting to become a much more different person. So the film gets more serious. And when it gets serious, like, it just hooks you, and man, you see some things that just wow, almost break your heart. I was moved to tears while I was watching this film. I felt so many emotions, laughing, almost crying, getting excited, being horrified. Yo, it was an emotional roller coaster, but it all works together with this film. And it was a very good film to watch. And the dialogue was also very interesting dialogue. They do some things with the dialogue where some characters say some kind of things that, some kind of quotes that we've heard before, but they say it in a very different way. It makes the dialogue very interesting and very exciting to listen to. And the soundtrack of this film was a very fantastic soundtrack. When they were choosing to add the music that they added, just wow, just elevated the film. The kinds of songs that we added elevated the film. Like, I don't know. I just keep comparing. Not that I'm necessarily comparing the two films, but the other Fall also had those elements. It has some very incredible music in it, like music that fits so well with the things that are about to happen in the scene. And it also happened here. The songs were well placed and added so much to the scenes that they were used in. Man, James Samuel as a director is a fantastic director. And seeing him directing this one again, Yo, it just makes me realize that this man is a fantastic director, and I look forward to seeing his next movie. So have you guys seen The Book of Clarence or The Other Day Fall? Have you seen those two movies? What do you think about them? Comment below and let me know. If this is your first time on my channel, my G, please subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.